Welcome back to part 13. I am now playing King Eudes III of France, trying to get that empire title still. I have unfortunately been diagnosed with cancer. We're still feeling fine, but I'm not very confident in the future of my ruler. So we're already planning on King Eudes IV's rule, which is my son here. What happened to you? He got murdered. Probably probably this guy, honestly. He was his heir, and he's a pretty evil looking dude. And somehow, despite being a leper, he's managed to have a daughter, actually, so that's really interesting. She's pretty good, too. It's got robust and pretty. We could ally with him, but I have a feeling that I'm going to get a secret on him that he murdered his father. So we'll just wait to see how that plays out first. What do you want, dude? Peasant leader wants me to press his claim on the Kingdom of Leon. Okay, wow, so we have got smallpox now. So the likelihood that I am going to die... Oh, and the treatment failed. Okay, I'm probably imminently going to play as this child ruler, which could actually be interesting because we're going to end up playing this guy, well, maybe, for pretty much his entire life, and hopefully get some more of those new events from the Wards and Wardens DLC, playing a child ruler for his whole life. So we could pick our power sharing situation. This guy here right now is our cousin, chancellor, and vassal. It's currently set up to be him. He's patient and generous and fickle. He has really high diplomacy, so people are going to like him a lot. I think that he's actually fine. I don't think I'm going to switch it. I don't really know what to do with him. I guess we are going to be going to war, so putting him into martial would be fine. Our other daughter here gets vengeful. I think I'm going to make her calm. Oh wow, just like that. Very, very quickly. So we got cancer and then smallpox, and then the treatment for smallpox failed. King Eudes III, just like that. We are already King Eudes IV. Just 4 years on that character. So hopefully King Eudes IV is going to have a long reign. But who really knows? Finally, we can rest and mourn. Yes, indeed. So immediately our father, or excuse me, our uncle, is in a faction. We're going to ally with him so that he can't do that. Our uncle-in-law, so this is our aunt's, you know, he's in the Byzantine Empire, not willing to negotiate an alliance with us anyway. So we got to get these guys on the court here. So obviously this guy we want on. A good marshal, we'll give that to him after he's accepted our alliance. Don't really have anyone decent to put in here. I guess a countess instead of a mayor. She is a landed character. I mean, you know, more of a legitimate landed character. Mayors can't really do anything against you. She's a little bit worse, but that's fine. And then the Duke of Flanders, yeah. What did we inherit here that's giving us a notification? Oh, French tapestry, that was it. Do we like that more? Court grandeur and courtly vassals. Court grandeur and glory hound vassals. I think we're more likely to have courtly. So let's switch our tapestry. And I've just been gifting everything to England, so have another one. So there's the event that we actually wanted. Got it on our newborn king here, but it will still go to use eventually. He still hasn't accepted. There we go. So that faction is gone. He is now on our council. Other factions are popping up, though. This is always to be expected when you play such a young child. Better him spending than me. So what is exactly their problem here? They want to install whoever on the throne. He's the leader of the faction. He's pissed at us for many reasons. He's a title claimant. Short reign. I hold his de jure duchy. Okay. Unpreferred heir. Well, okay. Opinion of predecessor. So a lot of these ones are actually pretty pissed with us. Assuming that we can actually win this revolt, it's not a horrible thing that it goes off, because we can get a lot of counties away from people that don't like us and give them to people, and whoever we give them to is really going to like us because we're going to have given them all their land. So what I am going to do is get a wet nurse. I think I have a physician, right? Yeah, we got a good physician. Get a wet nurse. Good. There she is. So I don't think I want her raising me, but I do want you raising your son. Who is going to raise me? So I'm going to go into martial education, I think. And we could pick our mother. She's actually a little bit sad. I assume that my father died, my previous character. She's got pretty good traits overall. I believe intelligent does make them better at being a tutor. So I think that makes sense. We don't want to be Greek, no. And then also, you can raise our eldest sister. And then our little sister, maybe we'll pick our bishop, our archbishop. He's not approving of us, but I believe this is going to give plus 15 over the next few months. So that's going to turn him positive on us. And what we can do is use these sisters to form alliances, maybe with one of our vassals, and get them out of this faction. So she is... Oh my god, you only have 3 daughters. That's annoying. She's the strongest one in this faction. He's the strongest one in the other faction. Liberty faction, we can give in to their demands. It's going to drop our crown authority. We're not going to be able to revoke titles if that happens, though. This one is the one that we're much more worried about. And it's going to go off sooner. So we still have all this. What kind of alliance can we get with you? Maybe an external alliance. So we could do Venice again. The Princes of East Francia. Well, that's actually interesting. So what kind of war is that? You're actually attacking in that war right now. Seems like you're going to win. I'm actually tempted to do that. We can also remarry our mother for an alliance. But yeah, what if we did that? Oops, not that. Find spouse. Alliance power. So we go with his firstborn son. It's his heir. We could also do England. I think that other one was England there, wasn't it? Prince Landulf of England. That's less likely to yield a long-term alliance, though, because they have the Saxon elective, and the heir is his brother, not his, like, 4th son or whatever. So I think I am going to go with this option here. That's a 7.1k troop alliance. And hopefully he can just win this war and then not be in any wars soon. And then help us with ours. Oh, you know what I need to do? I'm holding 10 out of 4. Good thing I caught that before they get too pissy with me. So you're trusting and just, but you're ambitious. Diligence. Don't really want to get to someone lowborn. We can do him. He's stubborn, but he is content and just. Just give this whole duchy to you, I guess. And we move our men-at-arms up here. We're still holding too many. We can just give our uncle... Well, he actually can't join a faction, but we're still holding over the limit, so it's going to piss people off. So I think I will actually do that. Get him a little bit happier with us. Not stationed, so we don't have anywhere else to put you. Okay, so we got a hook on a duke now. And he did murder his father. But once we get a strong hook on him, he can't be in a faction. So that's a good start right there. And that installed one of them. Or excuse me, not installed. That disbanded one of them. 6 months until these guys go off. East Francia. He's still in that war. Their military power is not really super threatening. It's high enough that they can get it off, but I don't think it's high enough that they can actually win it. Especially if I get any help from my ally. But I don't want to have to rely on him. I'd rather the faction not go off at all. This one's actually going to go off first now. We do have money that we can give. You're my steward. See, the situation that I really don't want to get into is having given them money and then the faction still goes off. That's the worst case scenario. So if I'm going to give them money, I want to make sure I disband the faction. Giving money to someone who's minus 90, you know, like this is almost nothing. It's not going to make a difference. She's still going to be in the faction, so that's just like horrible play. What we could do is betroth one of her daughters and then just break it off. Maybe I do that. Maybe I do that. So I think that will deal with this faction, basically. Way too weak now. This one, we can always just give in to their demands. That is a thing. But sometimes when you do that, they immediately just join another faction, and then they might press this right after. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Oh, they got it back up. Who joined that? Languedoc here. What is this, bro? Oh my god, he's powerful. It's just for one county, so I think we're probably just going to let him have it. I'm not even going to try. Just take it, dude. Take your county. I'm not in a position to fight you. Meet peers. I mean, I guess we do that. 55 gold. No, let's just wait on it. I'm too young to murder. Otherwise, we could get rid of his claim by murdering him. If he dies, the faction just kind of fails, even if they've already pressed the war. How old is he? So he's 53 and infirm, but he's got some health benefits, so he's not really in risk of dying right now. But it's not reliable. We can't force him to die. You can never really imprison people when they're in a faction against you. They're just going to raise up and declare this war immediately. Oh, I think I'm going to keep my money. I might give in to this faction. The thing is, they might immediately join the other faction if I do that. And that's really sad. And then even if I win the war, because my crown authority's just been lowered, I can't even revoke the titles from them, from the traders, so that's really, really rough. Oh, we can vassalize. How about that? What happened here? Oh, wow! That's huge! The terrible thing is, if I invite these guys, they might just join a faction against me. If I don't invite them, they might just join other... I mean, these two won't here, but the rest of these might all just join East Francia, the ones that are right against him. Oh, if I was still playing my previous character, I could have just become Emperor. These guys would have all accepted. Ugh, that's such bad luck. That's such bad timing. That's too bad. I think what we got to do is give in to this faction. I can't accept these right now, the vassals. I'm just going to have to wait on it. I can see that coming from a mile away, that they're just going to join the faction against me. So his war is going fine, but it's still going, is the thing. He's not actually called us to it, but he won't come and help us if he has a war going on. Is there anything I can do here? So your heir's heir is not someone that we can even forge an alliance with. One of your other sons. So like, for example, this guy. How would you like for him to marry my player heir and sister matrilineally so I have backups? I think that's pretty good. She is now the new power in this faction, so it might buy us a little more time. So now we got an alliance with Languedoc, and that puts it here again. I'm okay giving into this one, but what I don't want is to give into this one and then this one goes off. That's really what I'm trying to avoid. So I am anticipating them pressing this. There it is. So this is the Duchy of Alsace, the Duchy of Toulouse, the Duchy of Bourbon, Armagnac, and then my steward, my treacherous steward, the lowly Countess. So it's obviously a war that I can win. But being at war with them is going to make it much more likely that these guys press theirs as well, because my troops are going to get reduced and they're just not going to like it. So I think that we're just going to give in. Disbands their faction. I get autonomous vassals. But we live to fight another day. So now we're just doing everything we can to not get one of these other factions pressed against us. These guys should accept normal feudal obligations. I am their rightful liege, so the only reason they're not doing this right now is kind of because I'm like a kid and I'm a new king and whatnot. But by the time I become an adult and I have some traits that they like and I have a lot more diplomacy and stuff like that, then they should be much more inclined to accept favorable. I don't think they'll join another one. This one could technically, he's bordering East Francia, but I certainly hope not. Yeah, let's do a meet peers now. I think we're mostly safe for the minute. But what a crazy turn of events. Lotharingia was so powerful, and he just got dissolved. That's really crazy to me. Is this him? Who actually was it? No, it was you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was you. So this kingdom, what happened? Destroyed. Inherited and then destroyed. So it had to have been a dissolution faction, I assume. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I could grab all these if I had a decent character that people liked me. It's really unfortunate. What kind of haircut is that, man? So the King of Galura wants to marry my mother. It's not too terrible, but he's not very powerful. He's a king, but he's basically like a small, like a lower tier duke in terms of his military strength. Not only that, but my mother is in my court as my guardian and my older sister's guardian. So I think I'm just going to say no to that. I'm actually going to make her my court tutor as well. Give her a job, keep her employed. I guess we could marry her matrilineally. If we're not going to marry her off, we could, not learning, prowess. Get like a good knight who's not too old. How about this guy? They're both Greek, right? Yeah, sure. 23 prowess. How about that? That's really good. So we'll just get him in our court, our stepfather, I guess. Really good knight for us. So now we got 3 here. So none of them will take normal. What I want is to get normal. I'll take them on a lower contract, but ideally we can get at least normal. So it looks like these... This should be a little bit different, I'm assuming. They got like a ball now. I will join. I don't really feel like it. What's the point of that? No, I will join. Disrespects elderly for 25 years. Parochial vassal opinion. Give me my diplomacy. Yes. Pierre should go and get it. I get an intrigue by 1. Pierre becomes my victim. Who is that? I hate when this thing won't, There we go. So this is the son of Duke Pierre. Okay, so this is like that other branch that I started last generation. So this is his son. I can bully him. But I get an intrigue out of it, which is what we really care about. This one's 25% at a stewardship, 30% at a prowess and an intrigue. Artifact decay. No, let's do this. Sorry, Pierre. 50% chance I get a diplomacy. 44 I get this. Give me my diplomacy. Yeah. Sure. A lot more like new events in this Meet Peers thing. Ooh, that's interesting. I do want strong. It's not very likely to get it, but I think I'm going to go for it. I rescue here heroically. I didn't see. Oh, I gained the trait strong. How about that? Awesome. So we got the next tier of prestige. Our level of fame got up. So now they're more likely to join us. Still not on the contracts that we want. Oh, that's so annoying. Should I just take them? I don't know. If a couple of them join this, it's going to get pressed again. Like, we're not done with this yet. We haven't even started our education yet. It's still 5. Strong is really nice, though. Medium boost to health. She got zealous. That's really nice. So she's going to be a great character to keep in our court. Probably just give her a job and have her hang around. We want her to stick around and have characters in our family because she is our heir right now. Until I can get married and have my own kids. I'm relying on her. Italo-French. Where did that get started? Is it just this? It's a pretty pathetic little culture, but okay, sure. I think that, like, literally right now I can accept all these into my kingdom and then probably make the empire title immediately because I have enough gold. But I just want to do it kind of more the right way. It feels wrong to just accept these lower obligations on these. Because these guys are rightfully my vassals. It's not like people who I'm bordering who are just, like, feeling wishy-washy about me. Like, these guys are actually in my proper kingdoms. So I really feel like I deserve proper obligations from them. I'm in no rush. I don't think these two can get grabbed. Maybe some of these will, but, you know, I'm not too overly concerned about that. They're not even in the empire up here, in my Francia empire. What I would like is to start getting some traits on this character, or to start getting some new events on this character. So we'll do the Meet Peers on cooldown, the university visit whenever it's ready. Other than that, we're basically just trying to power through these early years of our life and start to get some personality traits, see what we can get. This feels ripe for the taking now. It felt so dire just a while ago, but now it feels good. I think that we have enough money now that we can start bribing here. We're not worried about them imminently pressing this. So one of them left. I would love for this to get disbanded. Anytime you're playing a child ruler and you have all these factions against you and then you see them getting disbanded, that's such a great feeling. So let's have a look for secrets again, because any strong hooks we can get are also preventing people from joining factions against us. Ooh. It says that you get vengeful, forgiving, or shy, but sometimes you get like compassionate or and some like other choices. I don't really like this event. You can just get over it. I don't know. Forgiving is fine. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's see what we get. See, this is what I was talking about. I obviously don't want shy, so I have to take compassionate. But like it straight up told me that I was gonna get like vengeful or forgiving or something like that. Not these. So like I obviously take compassionate here. I'm not a big fan of either of these, but compassionate's way better, especially since it gets our diplomacy up, which is going to make these characters like us more and less likely to join factions and press claims. At this point, our unpreferred heir punishment is going down. Our short reign negative modifiers these are all going down. So I don't think we're at much risk now. See, another person just left. Pet dog. This actually gets us another diplomacy. So let's name him Amiable, I guess, sure. And then we're obviously gonna pet him. Gotta pet the dog. But I think I'm gonna call it there for this episode. King Eudes IV, 7 years old. We're gonna get through the rest of his childhood in the next part. So thank you for watching this. Please consider leaving a thumbs up and subscribing if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you in the next one.